The same day, yesterday, the same day that polls are released showing that Kim Og is losing to her primary opponent, she leaks search warrants to the local Fox News station.
Welcome to the second half of The Factor Uncensored. Harris County Judge Lina Hidalgo is swinging back at detractors with a damn sledgehammer. This comes as she addresses the ongoing probe into alleged bid rigging in her office. Fox 26's Greg Grugan first broke the story. The Texas Rangers have issued 5 new search warrants in the case. They're investigating claims of bid rigging, including a failure to turn over all requested messages.
Don't you think somebody would have already said, hey, the judge is telling me not to share information that we're supposed to share? Obviously, we gave everything we had, and we even asked, what more do you need?
3 of the former judge's former staff members are under federal indictment with the case. Hidalgo is denying all allegations, saying she had no role whatsoever. Joining us to talk about it now, University of Houston downtown professors, Dr. Dietrich von Biedenfeld and Dr. David Branham. Dr. Branham, your thoughts on this press conference held today by Lina Hidalgo?
Yeah, my thoughts when I was watching it was that Kim Og almost makes her unhinged sometimes, where she has such emotions about the county attorney that she sometimes actually just goes overboard and just gets emotional about it.
Now, who goes overboard and gets emotional about it?
I think she does. I think.
No, so we can be clear who you're talking about.
I'm talking about
Lina.
Lina. I'm sorry.
Okay, got it.
Thank you. Yeah, well, the county judge at times has really just went overboard on her reaction to these charges. I understand, though. I think she's very upset. I think she's afraid. Whether she's innocent or guilty, she's in a bad spot right now. Mm-hmm. So I think that her reaction to this has sometimes been detrimental to her. And so if I were her, I would dial it back. This case is really kind of clear to a lot of people. They see it. It's not like other charges where it's hard to see. We can see we have an $11 million contract that went out to a one-woman company, and it looks like something that shouldn't have happened. So I think she should actually kind of dial it back, sit back, let her attorneys work on this, and go forward with that in that manner.
And Dr. von Biedenfeld, she also announced today that she backed Kim Og's opponent in the race for district attorney.
Absolutely. And so this is part of this nuance, and we've seen it with the Trump trial. We're seeing a lot of parallels, a lot of coalescence in some of these legal strategies where you say, and this is something I shouldn't reveal from the legal mafia, but when your attorney says we're going to rely on public policy, that means we don't have a statute or precedent to rely on. We're just going to hope that the jury likes us. So this is a public policy appeal to attempt to pressure Kim Og, a long-standing attorney in the area, to back off a little bit. I mean, this is not a new allegation, but the investigation is somewhat renewed in the sense that they withheld evidence. And it's hard to deny that when you say that you gave everything, but now suddenly we're discovering your digital signature on Google Documents. I mean, none of this stuff hides anymore. You can't say, oh, I didn't know anything about it. And this is a challenge of political neophytes. We saw this with Republican officials, Madison Cawthorn. We saw this with Aaron Schock back in the day, where these 27-year-olds getting elected just don't know the nuances of the Ethics Commission and things of this nature. How is this unethical or a violation as opposed to what every other commissioner is doing with no-bid contracts? Mm-hmm. She's not necessarily equipped to do this. And I think there's a little bit of resentment. There's a little bit of seething under there with some of these long-standing individuals who thought when Ed Emmett retires after the next term, it's our turn, it's our time. Mm-hmm. And then based on animosity towards Trump, suddenly this person who hasn't finished law school, a lot of people think she's a lawyer, she isn't. And so, you know, the same defense that she could use is the opposite of sort of President Trump, where it's saying, I'm an expert businessman, but I don't understand the accounting of my business. Mm-hmm. She could say, I'm actually not a lawyer, so I didn't know that these things happened. Those things, all of this sort of conflates into a situation where as Dr. Brennan mentioned, she's very nervous, she's ill-equipped, she's been off the job for quite a while, she's got a number of liabilities. When you talk about an $88,000 medical bill, the State Department's not going to hire you, right? Because the Russians, the Chinese, or any of our other enemies are going to say, guess what, we got that covered. Come help us out. So she's got a lot of liabilities going to her own election, and then Kim Ogg sees an opportunity. I do think that there's a political element in the legality because the district attorneys do have the jurisdiction and authority to back off of these things, and she hasn't.
Dr. Branham, with your political experience, how vulnerable is she when she runs for re-election, Lina Hidalgo?
Well, she proved that she was vulnerable in the last election. In Harris County statewide elections, the Republicans lost by 14 points overall on average. It's Stan Patrick, Greg Abbott. She barely won her election, and a lot of other county Democrats were in the same boat. So she is vulnerable as a Democratic candidate right now. People in the Democratic Party are saying, look, this is a person that has shown herself to be weak in certain spots. She's created policies that aren't popular. The county has not done better under her watch, so she is definitely vulnerable.
And so, Dr. Van Biedenfeld, when we talk about vulnerability when it comes to politics, in 20 seconds, do you think there will be any, and she said, I haven't done anything wrong, but do you think there will be any criminal charges?
I think that the district attorney's office is only involving the Texas Rangers to create that separation based on the confidence that there will be some sort of further indictments. And that is, you've been hiding it. If we were confident that this wouldn't go anywhere, we would just use our internal district attorney investigators. We brought in the Texas Rangers so that when we bring the charges, not if, but when, we can say neutrality, this wasn't us, it was them.
Wow. Thank you guys for joining us today.